Hi, good day, everybody. I'm glad to be back here again. I wanted to just jump right in with today's theme and some of the things I'll be talking about for the next few minutes. Um, so, I'm going to read an excerpt from one of my favorite daily sort of meditations, is the Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday, and it's great for those. I usually do it in the morning. This is basically 365 plus pages of a daily reading from ancient Stoics, from ancient Greek, Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, uh, guys like that. So it's each day, it's dated today, March being March 26, 2026. It's got a theme, then a technical quote from the ancient Stoics, and then a modern interpretation by Ryan Holiday. So I'm going to read that right now, and then I'll give another modern interpretation by myself of Ryan Holiday's interpretation. So today, March 26, 2026, what rules your ruling reason? So the quote is from Marcus Aurelius in Meditations. How does your ruling reason manage itself? For in that is the key to everything. Whatever else remains, be it in the power of your choice or not, is but a corpse and smoke. Then Ryan Holiday, the modern interpretation, reads the Roman satirist Juvenal is famous for this question. Qui custodie ipsos custodes. That's Old Latin, meaning who watches the watchman. In a way, this is what Marcus is asking himself, and what you might ask yourself throughout the day. What influences the ruling reason that guides your life? This means an exploration of subjects like evolutionary biology, psychology, neurology, and even the subconscious, because these deeper forces shape even the most disciplined rational minds. You can be the most patient person in the world, but if science shows we make poor decisions on an empty stomach, what good is all that patience? So don't stop at Stoicism, but explore the forces that drive and make Stoicism possible. Learn what underpins this philosophy you're studying, how the body and mind tick. Understand not only your ruling reason, the watchman, but whoever and whatever rules that too. So, again, the Daily Stoic, right, Ryan Holiday, very good. So, the way that I interpret all of that, not that it's right or wrong, it's just my interpretation of Marcus Aurelius's um, from Meditations, is being able to self govern. We've got to be able to self govern ourselves. It's kind of like IA, internal affairs within a police department. It's the police that are policing the police. And it certainly does take a certain type of individual that can do that kind of work, and to be very principled in being able to truly govern, and govern with justice and ethics. So we ourselves in our own lives, despite what might be happening geopolitically or sociologically or what have you in the macrocosm, we need to be able to govern ourselves despite any of that, or even because of that stuff. It may even become all the more important to be able to self govern. It may even be necessary to self govern when those kinds of things are happening. A lot of it has to do with being able to question, to ask questions, and to be able to ask the right questions. But certainly, what it does not mean is questioning nothing and going along and being lemmings in this thing called life. We have to be able to ask good questions. And you don't have to be a philosopher. You don't have to have a doctorate in philosophy, um, to be able to ask questions. You just have to seek knowledge and seek the truth. And I mean the truth's truth. Um, so, another, just one book off the top of my head that comes to mind is George Orwell's 1984, which was published in 1949, I think, maybe 48, somewhere in there. Um, Fact check me on that. I think it was 49, 1949. But it was definitely a book that was way ahead of its time. And not only was it ahead of its time, but in 2026, we see a lot of things that are happening today that were sort of alluded to in that book that was published in 1949. So, the importance of being able to ask question things that don't make sense to us, and really digging down and finding the truth to things. And, those are just a few examples, but I'm talking about being able to look in the mirror, see ourselves, and apply all of that to, as important as it is to apply that to things outside of ourselves, that I just mentioned. Certainly, even more importantly, is to be able to apply those things to ourselves, to be able to self govern. Asking questions like, are you living in accordance with your values? Are you aligning your behaviors with your values? Um, are you striving to be your best today? Are you better today than you were yesterday? Are you seeing the start of every day as the chance to learn something new? Uh, things of that nature. And so, yeah, I just wanted to share that with you all today. I think it was worth mentioning, and I will see you all in the next one. Be well, my friends.